So, my name is Arion Chigwangwabale, and I'm here to introduce and summarize the book entitled, Education, that was written by Ellen G. White. Now, the book has it that true education is harmonious development of physical, mental, and the spiritual powers. When you look at that, it shows that true education is not just biased towards, developing mental powers, but it goes beyond and, evolves holistically the physical, the mental, and the spiritual powers. If you follow nicely, you would see that when Adam and Eve were created, these actually were created in the image of God. They were to resemble God in all these powers, to be fully developed physically, mentally, and spiritually. But we see that the time when they sinned, sin really, um, dwindled these powers. So you can see that true education is focused on the knowledge of God and the science of salvation. A person is to aim at being knowledge, have proper understanding of the science of salvation. Now, when you look at the Eden school, in the Garden of Eden, all manner of learning was focused on understanding the character of God. And you can pick an example of the Hebrew school, including the school of prophets. This school was focused on, studying the law of God. That's why if you read in the Bible, you'll find that some people are called doctors of the law, but it was not really this law like, the law that we are using nowadays, but it was the law of God. For example, you see this, in the New Testament, that one of the doctors of the law, one of the Pharisees for that matter, came even to try to trap Jesus. He was referred to as a doctor of the law because he had understood the law. He had read the law of God. We can see that Jesus, the great teacher, who came even taught with terrible exactness, and everybody who listened to him confessed that they had never listened to such a man, and there has never been such a man who had ever spoken like that before with authority. Now, Jesus taught the science of salvation. And the true education is not just, pursuing of a course of study. For example, studying engineering, human medicine, human sciences, veterinary medicine, agricultural sciences, even being an economist like me. It is not really the focus of true education. True education goes beyond, the course of study. We're not saying these are, should not really be studied. We are trying to make mention that the true education goes beyond. You cannot just focus on just knowing maybe engineering or agricultural sciences and choose to be ignorant about the science of salvation. Now, we can see that true education is focused on preparing one to be useful in this life, and also it gives one a passport also for the world to come. Now, as we study these different courses of study, we are not really to lose the knowledge of God, so that we can be useful to this world, and also we can be fully prepared for the world to come, which is actually a higher university where we will continue learning about the character of God. This is the focus of the book, True Education. I thank you.